Family Leonardo, me Nasiladi Don Multimedia, the CEO Voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring for the latest news what they happen around Salon, whether it be politics or any other news them, what they happen or gossip, what they bring out to live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You will touch the bell icon so that you will not miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon, please family. And don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
Learn from these things and take it from there. So it's a special presentation that I'll do on April 8th. I might throw a video or I might do a live. I'm not sure, but I might just do a pre-recorded video or live. We'll see. But what I want to talk about is Ernest Koroma, former President Ernest Koroma. You see, guys, I'm one of those people that believe in the fact that we should protect our leaders, especially someone like former President Koroma, who in the first 5 years of his first term, the first 5 years of in first term, Salon people, and because I think I do Creole. These are series where like keep on Creole. My brothers in Nigeria, Ghana, I'm sure you'll catch along the international partners. If you guys catch it, you catch it. But I want to talk to Sierra Leoneans because this is very important. Because for the past 5-6 years, I've been that voice of reasoning for Sierra Leoneans. I've always, I'm big on civic education. So we've always taught our people in Sierra Leone. We only teach them about civic education. And they have to understand that leaders are not going to, we need to worship leaders. Them. Sorry for me, I talk Creole. That Creole, I go talk Spanish, to English. We can this country all day. English people are difficult. But anyways, the fact is this: Ernest Koroma was a very good president in the first 5 years, but after the last 5 years, it was piece of crap, corruption, thievery, and everything. So I'm going to give him the credit where he deserves as a former president. And then I'm going to look at how he disgrace and destroy and help in the destruction of democracy in Sierra Leone. Because like we all can say, silence not consent. Where you set your mouth, you silence about things that are happening. So even myself as a citizen, right, we get the responsibility for speak up. And the moment you silence, you don't speak up, you have a problem. So in Sierra Leone, we look at the presidency of Marabio. I always tell you guys this: Marabio did not destroy Sierra Leone by himself. All right, Marabio get the support of people like Ernest Koroma to continue to destroy Sierra Leone. And the reason why it's sad for people like myself, for the fact that Ernest Koroma has sat by and not say anything about, all the killings and assassinations. Like I say again, I'm going to go into all of that, but I'll preface, I'm just giving you guys a preface so that I go understand exactly where we're going. You see, because we get an election in Sierra Leone today where the result is not available. But you have a bunch of, and I'm going to use some, adjectives for describe some of these idiots, this bunch of nincompoops, because I don't know what's in their brain for let's get an elections where results not available, but until for move on to the next elections. Like, I don't understand those planets and people here to leave. You get the election, the result of that election, they don't announce them. And just can't say somebody win. They say, show me the numbers, show me the polling station to polling station. Till this day, we not get them. But you get this bunch of miscreants, these buffoons, these bunch of unpatriotic people and citizens, bunch of useless ones, them where they never for stand up for the results. Some of them vote, some not vote. They never for stand up for say, me vote, I want it in contact. Tell me how me vote, reflect by the outcomes of this election. Some of these idiots, maybe for ask that question, they say, for move on to the next elections. Let's say they guarantee, say they go constant election back. If we get this election, we done so. Well, we're not done with that yet. We still they ask for results. They don't show on a vote how you go, how you move on to the next elections. So I'm going to focus, like I say again, Ernest Koroma, aid and abet in the destruction of Sierra Leone. Marabio is not alone. When I see, the election was stolen, not even on the election day. The election was stolen before the election day. When you started with the fake census, midterm census, the cancellation of the local, council elections, all of those kinds of things. It was the warm up to the rigging of the elections, right? The deletion of 250,000 names from the voter register. Most of these people were from the north. This was all part of the process of destroying and rigging the elections, right? So myself, my brother Cashbox, Comrade Koita, People's Power, Sister Lioness, all these good people on social media that were fervently back 5 years ago saying, hey, the APC as a political party is destroying democracy in Sierra Leone, because then they aid and assist Marabio for continuing for destroy with democracy. Because when you get to an opposition, we're not functional. That is definitely the problem there. So President Koroma, go back to him first 5 years. One of the fastest growing economy. We need to come from him. 88%. The economy was growing at a rate of 88%. What do you do? There's a lot of factors at play. We began the Rebel War, right? And then, of course, the Rebel War done 2002. And Tijan Kababi in power. We don't say the SLPP that 10 they wanna know, man. When we get all kind of projects and programs, the money we can account today, but then thief all they don't do that thing with that. But the beautiful thing was some of the projects with Tijan Kababi get lined up, like we talk about the roads and this and that. When Ernest Koroma came, yes, there was corruption, but he executed those projects. So Sierra Leone even at the World Bank, we brother Cashbox can talk about this. World Bank, they put on the website, it's very clear. It should say, Usai will take productivity increase. What's in a productivity? People in the able for travel quickly. I remember one funny power in a APC person where he talks before they make their road, then they see people in the sleep that they road, and they say for come from Kenema to Kailahun, it take you to 2 days. I say, but after they make their road, then you left you leave for you pot, they na Kenema, you go buy bread na Kailahun, you come back, you meet the Watano boil it. That was how beautiful what Ernest Koroma do. Because again, government is continuity. So from Tijan Kaba, those projects that were in line, Ernest Koroma makes sure they execute those projects, they make the road them. Is it all the roads that were made? No, but it make immense improvement in that country today. So what did they do in turn? Improve productivity, right? So people that will get them farm produce them, and they go rotting at the end because they able to get transport for bringing come to Tongue Lake and sell. Those are some of the good things, right? And like I said again, the economy was growing at 88%. Where can we promise you to give you light? Was the light sustainable? No, we talk about the car power ship, right? We don't want car power ship. We don't want ship that are water to give you electricity. We for one now get with super serious power plants them. No, so we get with nuclear plant and all that kind of stuff. Then but Ernest Koroma give you the car power ship. We manage. Some people in the way go tell us for say we pay college fee. During the tell Ernest Koroma in the power because we sell cold water, ice block day. People in the way put them picking them through college because lights be able for sell cold water for pay school fees. And Ernest Koroma subsidize education in Sierra Leone. Where it be say parents they pay only 30%, the government they pay 70%. These are the beautiful things where former President Koroma do. We hail her, me celebrate her. But of course, after in first 5 years, all these beautiful things happen. After the last 5 years, disappearance, massive corruption, thief. People entire, people gains. Even the lights, over the glad for the lights begin to disappear. Now in Canada, you can the picture. We all know this story. We say, oh, this guy work in the United Nations. We see what he do with Bankasoka. The Bankasoka dam where they saw the Makeni area there, where they supply electricity. We say, this man, if we get opportunity, so God forbid president in that country, he will transform that nation there. We support Kane Yumkela, Adebiana. And also being from Adam. That Google, why you're in him. I say, look, this man in reputation. People like myself, we are professionals. Now resume will look, no so? Why they hire people, they put out a job advertisement. When we get the people that we apply, we get to go through the list of candidates, no so? Like recently, a job we will put out before the freeze, where the government changed, so they freeze, a job we will put out, about 75 people apply. Out of that 75, I picked the first 25. With the go for the resume, so now we look. Inside that 25 day, I go down to the last 5. Inside the last 5, I pick one person. You look for different qualities in people. No so? So that's so. I look at the resume, I say, oh, Kane Yumkela. This man work like you need almost 30 years of your life. You know, go for Kanipan corruption and thievery again, because they get pension from the United Nations. I say, go bring Canada free. When I see what go against the APC party. I don't look to me grandpa Sebufona, me daddy and all these other people, even to the Ernest Koroma, they're my family and this and that. I don't look to that. I say, no, can't they Yumkela? It's about the individual. This man don't get the international connection. So let me play for now the disappointment of former President Koroma. Something we talk now up this audio. Because I want to understand who's they come up from, why I disappointed like today and don't decide, say, enough is enough. We don't back this man and cover him for too long. We'll not listen to this. Yeah?
Yes. Just two things.
Now listen.
Number one, all the bloggers of Samura, where they advocate and campaign for Samura, we are not saying you get in touch with them. These bloggers have severally and jointly spoken badly about me.
Exactly.
All exactly. So,
Wallahi.
if Samura is not talking directly, maybe as other people say, the one they did na ventriloquist, the one they talk, he echo. The one they did echo somebody's statement.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah? The last time he talked to me, I said, Samura, if you say you don't serve them people here, when they talk all in here, why don't you condemn them?
Correct.
That did not happen. On the contrary, the team with me and Samura talk on the phone. The next 2-3 days later, one of the bloggers there echo what you will talk. But me and blogger not talk, and me and Samura no more talk. That is one. Number two, and even before we reach this point, when Samura, one morning, Samura, Benkelu, Yansane, Tunis, I don't know again whether the 4th or 5th person making exercise every morning. And they don't need morning exercise. Now see them to GP account. Them to GP account. Tandon, Samura, Ingalu, Yasane, Tunis, and another person. I say, hey, gentlemen, how many can boast permission this early morning?
Everybody knows that what is actually happening in Sierra Leone right now is that Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC party, we all know, say, they don't make it very clear, say the election was stolen and thief the election. That is a sacrosanct fact. Everybody knows that. So now we are fighting for electoral justice because we want the result. Therefore, produce the result. It is a no-go. The only reason why Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC party go into a dialogue now because they want to make sure, say, peace stay at the country. Let nobody know lost their life because you get two options. The first option will me be for once they're happy, maybe for protest for that results there. They're not for going to no negotiations. But Dr. Samura Kamara say, I don't let nobody die for me. The APC party say agree, they all say no, let nobody not die. Now negotiate this. From the results of the tripartite, we'll make a decision. The tripartite committee come out and then get them findings. They get convergence, who side agree, and divergence, who side and say they don't agree. But the finding is the APC party win the elections. Very clear. We don't ask ECOWAS for coming and reinstate Dr. Samura Kamara as the president of Sierra Leone. Hey, Salon people. Is that not the right thing to do? This is my disappointment, and a lot of Sierra Leoneans, millions of Sierra Leoneans today, this is the disappointment they have now with Ernest Koroma. Ernest Koroma, they removed 10 members of parliament. They're not talking nothing. Then postpone the local council elections then. They're not condemn them. Then come with midterm census. Ernest Koroma not say nothing. And don't forget, I don't tell all the good things about Ernest Koroma, which he did in the first 5 years. But the last 5 years was bullshit. No, so that nonsense, crap. And they take on now, during Manabian presidency, what he do? And we know, say, there's a lot of compromise because it looks like, say, Manabi, you get a lot of dirt. You get beaucoup d'oti against Ernest Koroma in family. some of the deals that will be involved in and all of that stuff. So I think Marabio Georentine, we all against Ernest Koroma, we make it silent and able to talk anything. If you were Marabio the attacker, Ernest Koroma able to talk. What a shame for former president in that nation. With the people they love, the people they adore. Ernest Koroma they begin kill with people. People don't get rights to protest. Now, not forget when Ernest Koroma was president, and he get the most civil society organizations them. And he get newspaper in that country, and he radio station in Boku, online social media, bloggers them, Alpha side with them, all these people, and they talk, and Ernest Koroma don't get himself. SF people in the overseas, then they talk all kind of talk. They go tongue back, nobody really check their name in the airport for see them. No so? And Ernest Koroma do one. That was democracy in itself. Why Ernest Koroma able for defend all things and the way Marabio come to power? People they go to Sierra Leone and they arrest them from the airport and go lock them up. They begin to catch people at 1-1 and they lock them up. APC supporters them, they arrest them. Some of them make them disappear. Then they kill them and Ernest Koroma able for talk. Then kill Evangelist Samson. We move from Freetown, go sit down on McKinney just for support Ernest Koroma. Anytime they want for Kergo, you know, Lakitoram, they call people and say, hey, that's so happy, you know, the McKinney people and people from all over the country, they come up for can support her. This man, people they adore. Then he can leak this audio. This audio, we don't know I come out, I can, but they say family members, them, including him brother and girl picking them, they say them, they share this audio. Yeah, so we don't know what's here. If it's a leak audio, not a leak audio, it was planned, but a lot of people say they plan it. Well, your audio come out. I don't know if Ernest Koroma feels say get a wait stay for come there for can change people and thinking capacity. We get election, the result now available. When I say for move on a craze, so tonight, when I drink on a peace. For not get election, the results not available. When I say for move on to the next elections, you drink your peace. If we not drink on a peace, then we don't drink with peace. We get with senses, the proper water we drink. So we normal, we okay. If we not craze, we not craze. We not go to craze here, we not go check on ourselves. If we not need psychiatric evaluation, we don't need psychiatric evaluation. When we get election, the result for presenter. Facts, 100%. Nobody on the outside, nobody the questioner. Like I tell you, the last time I do a live, I tell you, I say, if we get family property, £1 a brother or sister. Some of you already listen to this, and I don't understand the story there. Oh, brother Cashbox mentioned, we take as a quality example. Some of you don't experience this one. When I get property, where one person take a seller. When I see on a phone, on a foot. When I say don't sell the property, so I need to do anything about that. No, when I go court, no, so when I affect the fed. When I say that to Samara Kamara, it don't sell to Marabio. The man will continue for ask for the results of the June 24th, 2023 elections. Una go fet for now. APC constitution, you have the right for stand up. As a Sierra Leonean, as a citizen of that country, you get a responsibility. If Samura Kamara not ask for the results as the flag bearer, you as a citizen get a responsibility for take a stand. That stand here, take that position and I take to the elected today. And that is why I'm asking all of you guys to say, former President Koroma, with this audio, wait for the worry about the things that we for talk about, and the worry about bloggers in that country, is a fool. You must be a fool. You must be sabotaging not only in your interest, it is sabotage not only in yourself, but it is sabotage with democracy. And for that reason, I, as a custodian of the democracy in Sierra Leone, I, as a custodian of the constitution of that nation, for come out and get a voice, and every Sierra Leonean for take up on himself and act with a sense of responsibility to say, no, we're not going to accept this. You have a moral responsibility to stand up and say, we're not going to take this, we're not going to accept her. This is the foolishness we talk about. But you have idiots them, you get miscreants, you get people that were very unpatriotic that are country. We don't value democracy, we don't believe in democracy. Then they leave, some of them they overseas, then they leave that is part of the world where the life is beautiful. They get electricity 24/7, they get clean drinking water, then pick them, they attend schools, then they pick them at house with boss, then get them sick today, then they go hospital, then they support the foolishness and the nonsense that is actually happening in Sierra Leone. Can you imagine how hypocritical some of these useless people are? Our people are dying. And Ernest Koroma accident that happened in that country today, for even put out a message and send the condolence to family members, them disaster like that one, and disasters. Also, 15 person die one great day. If you get value, if you get respect for lives, if you value lives, we're not going to talk. And Ernest Koroma for the talk about the elections of June 24, 2023, the fact that the results of that election has not been announced for somebody who will be president for 2 terms. We maintain democracy. For let's sit down and worry about bloggers, people that are blogging on social media, we have the constitutional right to speak up. Every one of you, where you take your phone, you come, you talk, the blog. India, there's Koroma, the audio way you do so, na blog, you blog. Everybody, the blog. You get your opinion. You get to speak up about your opinion. And you watch them, they are the loudest noise. Even like when they do you videos and your social media, you do that WhatsApp, you read them. It's a few, they're not cool, but they get the loudest noise. Those people where they can't tell you, say, you win election, but move away. Can you imagine the level of psychopathic stupidity where that they entail? You know what it take for somebody say, I win the election, but I move on? You know the level of stupidity where that they take? It is beyond, it's like na clink Chris man them. I like you na pure Chris man them they want indeed. He said this person flag bearer because you don't defend me results. Me said no one me results, and they move on to the next election. Now clean and lucky Chris man they wanted it. Now nasty mortal man them. I have to say these things because maybe that's the only way we'll connect with these people. Because how somebody go get elections, you vote na election. When they for count the elections, they give the ballot. People will be want them victory. When I see them video them, when they count, and then polling station them. Then they take their nets and they use their cell phone and the flashlight at the polling station. Then they count the votes where they get. APC 1, 2, 3. Those were the citizens that wanted to see a change of government because they're tired with the current status quo. But then you get this bunch of useless Chris man them. We need to be seen by a psychiatrist. For them to go tell the psychiatrist, say, but we win election too, but the results we not one time. What you do not one time because we leader, the other leader we call them, we tell them for say, let them get a meeting. They meet, they go report to a political party. Then the political party then decide for going to an arrangement what they call agreement for national unity. From the agreement of national unity, they then get the tripartite. The tripartite committee conducts the investigations into the elections. Then come out and say the APC party win. They say, but we don't want the victory. We don't want to know the results. We know they ask for the results of the elections. We they go for the next elections. Then they go tell this to the psychiatrist. Then the psychiatrist look them good and they say, okay, so they'll prescribe some medication for them. If not lithium self or something, let them come together. Because anybody who they think that way, you must be an idiot. These people not value democracy. And that is former President Koroma. With every concern with Sierra Leoneans and get elected today, how many of you calculatively, arbitrarily execute, assassinate, and kill people in that country for the past 5 years? Say they go inside McKinney for generator and kill with people for generator. And it's Koroma cough. Usai go idle, we go idle, immediately McKinney people. So this day, not tweet, not right, but that. Let the world come to the aid of Sierra Leoneans. But they worry about blogger. What sort of foolishness is this? But this is the problem in Africa. Some of these leaders, because they feel they don't reach the highest office of the land, then they forget say they are servants of the people. Then they become cocky. They get this sense of self-aggrandizement. You cannot tell them anything. And it's sabiolti. This is the phenomenon, and this is the plague that is killing Africa. The moment these people get a little bit of power, now the people will give them the power and they forget, say, they just give them this power. Say, okay, not all man will be president, now one person get for me. But you're going to forget represent we. The moment they give them this power, they become stupid. Then develop this self-egotistic maniac personality. They are the all and the be all, the end all. Nobody should say anything, now they no more get sense. This is the problem with Africa. And this is what you know happened to Ernest Koroma. So that is why people like myself therefore call them home. So this day, Ernest Koroma has not asked for the result. We vote self that McKinney say vote. You don't ask for a result. Hey, but that no one counts me result. No, that know me vote. What happened to me vote? The police station where I go, I must vote commodity. I want to know. Ernest Koroma, as a former president, get the responsibility for ask for the election results. But then they give all kinds of stupid excuse. These people, they like I say again, they need to go sit down before a psychiatrist. Let the psychiatrist, all this while they fight for, I want to be flag bearer, I want to be president. They need to go sit down in front of a psychiatrist. Because the Christmas is not going to country. That Christmas is not going to behave so. Now people will not get their senses correct. Now ain't going to behave so. But anybody will get in correct sense would not say they move on to the next elections. So the last election we contest, the results not available. You sober? You must be freaking crazy. You must be stupid. You must be a fool. You must be an idiot. You must be a nincompoop, a vagabond. If you're in your right senses, you go ask for your election result. It's simple. And then wait, hey, Dr. Samara Kamara, Dr. Samara Kamara, if you can't tell me till they say no, well, Lord left this tier now. The same thing when they tell Ernest Koroma, I will tell Dr. Samara Kamara back. That this they make uprising, rebellion, Bosnia country. Sierra Leone don't be a country, we get a brutal rebel war for 10 years. What do you learn from them? Nothing. If all of these people value and believe democracy, these people would respect the votes of other citizens and Sierra Leoneans. We care enough. We didn't care. They want for no side and votes go. But because these idiots, these fools, don't care about democracy, that is why they're making some of the statements they are making. And that is why people like myself, we are at the gates of democracy to protect it. There is no freaking argument where anybody can provide. Dr. Smakma go meet a old meeting, Dr. Smakma, they mislead the people. Why you for Sidon? You allow anybody for tell you say the vote where you be vote the last elections. You know important. Move on to the next one. Who are they mislead? You know, you can tell me the vote where I vote. You say I don't care for that. I don't care for the vote. I'll wait for the next one. How you go for protect my next vote? If I vote for this one, you don't tell me the result. How I go guarantee say you go for tell me the result for the next one? Now this will run depend on social media for 5-6 years now. Along this fight we run on, we don't wake up millions of Sierra Leoneans through civic advocacy like this, which I do so now. A civic advocacy, free of charge. The Constitution is very clear. The Constitution is very straightforward. When you read the Constitution, you become so educated, so informed, that you know they take no lucky from anybody. What did the Constitution say? Section 5, subsection 2, B. It says sovereignty. Through this Constitution, sovereignty belongs to the people. The government derives its legitimacy, its authority, and its power from the people. That is the Constitution. So legitimacy, they come up from the people. So any government, we don't get the legitimacy from the people. We don't get power from the people. We don't get the authority from the people. Not to government, Danny. Therefore, Mother Bio's government is illegal. It is unconstitutional. Why? Because we go into an elections, the result is not available. And if the result is not available, pardon me, that take off my jacket. It's been a long day. If the result is not available, where is the legitimacy? I want to connect the dot phone now. Like connect the dot phone today. I don't understand who side people like a weedy come out. All right? See, I take me to him. 8 o'clock, 8:24. I reached the house about 7 o'clock. Now this will run a pan for 5-6 years, sacrificing my time to do this. But past this level of education back to now. Because Sierra Leoneans don't read. And if you don't read, you'll always be left in the dark. I'm not blaming majority of your brother and sister who don't read. You're not getting light, you're not getting electricity, and remember how for it. So right now, somebody remember outside they pull it for tomorrow. I go read. It is still about wondering, they wondering no more. So what you read get for do for them? That is why people like a video they read. They read for them. Sierra Leoneans, government forgets in legitimacy, in authority, and in power from the people. This current regime of Marabio is illegal because the election will go vote June 24, 2023. The results not there. the results not available. And through the results, now they make we get government. Because now the people they go vote, then decide who win, and based off of the who win, that party, their leader, will contest the elections, and he be the president. When I see the level of bad that with some of the people that I get for let Dr. Samar Kamara, including Ernest Koroma, let Dr. Samar Kamara not become the president, you know what you do? Because he's a very upright man. So that's why this will get for pound them inside the head. We're going to pound it into your head. Why you take care, why you not take care. But you're going to have sleepless nights because you're a fool. Like I say, you're not Chris, man. For go vote, the results not available. You say they move on to the next elections. But you don't for protect the last one. They don't give you the last one, but you say they go for the next one. It shows the level of foolishness and abject stupidity and how sad some of them we have to talk to another way there. It might not appeal to you, but it will haunt you for the rest of your life. Because this will be possible. We know say we're on the right path, we're doing the right thing for stand up for democracy, for call for election results, because we want to protect Sierra Leone from another conflict. We don't want no rebel one of that country, because who knows if another Ali Kaba or another Foris and Kosi on a corner right now says Sierra Leone, we don't get democracy anymore. When the people go vote, then they come them vote. Therefore, we get a responsibility now for defend, because all else don't fail. Then get agreements and negotiations don't fail. 30 days enable for restore until we would win the elections. All that they don't fail. People go say, you know what, well, I have no more choice, no more option, but I'm going to take up arms against the state. We get another brutal rebel war. Because if Ali Kaba be doing, if Forest and Kobe doing, then somebody they were capable of themselves for doing. We want to avoid that. People like myself, and they make sure say we want to preserve the peace of the nation. And the way for preserve the peace of the nation, not for just call for, hey, we want peace. We want people get peace and quiet. No, peace comes with justice. That is why we say electoral justice. Because with electoral justice, you get social justice, you get economic justice, you get judicial justice, you get justice. Make a society become whole. Democracy is not continue for preserve and protect the democracy. Then we say we're going to move on to the next one. No. We cannot tolerate that nonsense. We have to ensure that and therefore, because the democracy protects people get their say in the democracy. That is what is happening. So we don't go now almost 2 years. We've been polite, we've been respectful. This is worth fighting for. Nobody know for die because of democracy. Nobody know for die because of election. Let us be civilized. We are living in the 21st century. Let us act as civilized people, for God's sake. Then you get Ernest Koroma, they pull on you, they worry about bloggers. And then they talk about all the assassinations, the Panama Road Prison Massacre, the Tombo, the Lonsar, the Mile 91, all the killings that happened in that country. The rigging of the elections as it is. They kick them out of Sierra Leone, they're in exile. I don't even go up and out that part where he talk. But they left that side. The reason we make it in Nigeria, they like it today. But we reach that side, it's small, go reach it. But you worry about bloggers. Instead of you worry about the fact that it ain't exile. If you're in exile, what do you pray for? Not to come back to your country. The person will put you in exile. Not so you go fetch for let get rid of. Marabio send you in exile out of your country where you be 10-year president. Out of your country where you be 10-year president. Then you tell me say you go exile na Nigeria because they don't trust you don't trust the courts na Sierra Leone. Because the other former president in Ghana tell you for say, hey, what about if you go to courts now? This court here, say if they go lie by you, they go concoct charges against you. You don't trust the own court. You go sit down in Nigeria now in exile. We are not trust the judiciary because we don't know say the judiciary in Sierra Leone is a piece of shit. Just like how they give you the PR system, proportional representation, where they use for 50 elections, take away the power from the people and give the power to the political parties because the APC we don't see the people don't wise up. We be not ready for put candidates them against them for contest for parliament and say, oh, now go the SLPP, now get the PR systems. Instead of they use the constituency-based elections. They use the PR system instead. What you know, because they will take the power away from the people. And as Koroma cough, and as Koroma sneeze, say thing a former president will preserve democracy in the nation. How foolish can you be? For you come out now, they can leak audio where they can tell you say you worry about bloggers. When you as president, you don't be worried about bloggers. Then now we don't as ex-president, former president, man with in exile, banished out of his own country, then banish you out of your country. You're freaking out of your country. You cannot come to your freaking country. Instead of you do everything you could to fight, to remove the tyrant, we send you go in exile. You can be Dr. Samura Kamara and talk about bloggers, and only for the worry you as a former president. The country to go backwards every day. Look at the level of blackouts, the thievery we don't go on with waiting. Oh, former President Koroma, MCC, now you make we get up. The first tranche of MCC, the threshold program, we make Kaila Hungia Wata. Now, former President Koroma, under in government, now they don't qualify for MCC. Do I really care about MCC? I don't, because we don't need MCC money. This is something we don't talk about expansively over the years. Sierra Leone don't need $480 million. We're one grand company where they mine Sierra Leone, they make $400 million every year. That's stupidity. Now you make no more. Stupidity that make could affect the MCC. Country where we get now do research. We find out say the Tonkolili mines in Sierra Leone, Tonkolili mines alone, able to give it $27 billion every year from Tonkolili. Just the mine, the iron ore will get that Tonkolili. It do forgive it $27 billion. And as Koroma, no here. When I feel no, when I take with marine resources. When I take we EDSA, when I privatize them, use your family them, when I privatize them. We know all into there, we know the talker. The all into a matter be hold against you. Then you come out. Instead of you fight for law, get rid of Marabio and kick them out. The people go vote now, they don't win the elections. The election results has not been announced. Instead of you fight for that one day, use your international connections. You stick your butt China, they talk about bloggers. Is that what should bother you? You see how this man is, what he's doing is antithetical, it's, what he was going to say, antithetical to what he stand for. The man, they shoot himself in foot. It means they go against antithetical, they go against his own benefits, for benefiter. The removal of Marabio benefits Ernest Koroma immediately. Can you imagine if Dr. Samakama become a president today in Sierra Leone who will restore democracy and then get in power? Ernest Koroma don't become a free man. He didn't come back to Sierra Leone. That's what only for fight for. You go fight for bloggers because what you say, people they coach people all the time. I hear my brother Arthur mention something like that. I can talk to somebody, he can coach me by what I say. You know what I mean? Say go talk what I talk. No, not coach. He coach me. Now we get privileged conversation. And besides some things that are common sense. So think people they think. I can say something now, you go feel say other person tell me, not a person tell me. Me thinking that they use. Logically, I think. And we know that Dr. Makama is not the type of person where they engage for small talk. That is the one thing we know. Dr. Samura Kumar does not engage in small talk. And it's Koroma any pick phone the Kongosa. All day they pan Kongosa. That Kongosa politics when they put in Sierra Leone, now in destroy that country. If you don't go Kongosa to Ernest Koroma, you don't get learning. That Kongosa life. Now they pan so 30 days, all pa, they pan Kongosa, former president. The Kongosa. They pick phone, they call people for talk nonsense. Instead of you take bigger platforms them. Take interviews na BBC. Take na Voice of America. Take na Al Jazeera. And that's not the need for you go talk. As the former president, make your case to the world for the Sierra Leonean people where you protect your presidency, where you make sure everybody enjoy their free speech, everybody enjoy their rights to protest. People don't even want for protest because what is the point of protest? Now we see like Lawrence Lima, where go broke SLBC, say for give a chance for NCF go talk. Where they arrest her. Prince Adam come out to organize a protest. Prince Adin organized a protest. Prince Adin, they all come out. He even called for the firing. Instead of for firing Inspector General Munu at that time. And it's Koroma, come on. All of those beautiful things that you did, you make now long gonna gutter. No more respect for you. because of your foolishness. So your legacy is crap. Your legacy in a trash. Because you don't stand up for even protect your legacy. The things that you did, you not even stand up for protect the democracy where you fought for, the democratic rights where you give people, you not even stand up and defend them. So your legacy is bullshit. It's dead. You betrayed us. You worry about bloggers? For when they kill Evangelist Samson. To this day, you don't mention his name. You don't mention that poor boy name. Now the thing is what they tell them. They're useless one. They can't talk what they talk. Some of them, they don't kill them like today. Am I happy for that? No. Some of them we died to and kill. They were the same body they pay for can cost we. And we don't give a shit about them because we don't even read them cost. But some of them they don't kill some. Some don't die along the way. Some of them they can't cost we. They don't get access to health care. Some man go pull teeth and they left. That's it is when they die. These were the people that would come against me. Who would fight for their own, for letting them get a better life, if anything. But you talk for against politicians, they don't come. Against their own interest. Civic education is key. And that is why people like myself continue to do this. And Ernest Koroma, you should stand up against the dictator in Sierra Leone today. But you know, that badata Ernest Koroma gets. You see some person, because he achieved so much to his own presidency, it is possible to say, you know, one nobody can top what he do. So if you come, you get good agenda. People like Dr. Samara Kumara want to say, if you can't country, where you get for being the president of that nation. So God and this day, we know say it could transform the lives of Sierra Leoneans immediately. The country will rebrand immediately. People like Ernest Koroma can get badat if you not take them because you know one let Dr. Samara Kumara can do better pass than what he do. In one for them be that possible way. Hey, Ernest Koroma, and give we cap power ship, we be there, lights be there, we be there, we get Panadol na hospital. Ernest Koroma actually na cottage hospital, they be the feed belly woman there. If they feed belly woman, then I can see the all services and you know they again na cottage. Now if you not go to go give it belly woman, Kumbrana, they angry. So Kumbrana they left them picking and now say for go fenting for it. That's how bad it is. And Ernest Koroma in presidency, they be all the things that Ernest Koroma no ever talk. But what did gets against you so? Waiting for stand up with your people and protect democracy. It's sad, man. It's sad. Section 13B of the Constitution, what did it tell me? It says every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism so that your loyalty should lie to the state. Not to your political party, your section, your region, political godfathers. And the only way we Sierra Leone get for go before, now when people begin think for themselves and left for think because politicians tell them this or tell them that. Because what the politicians they want the people they continue for go beg to them. When they buck their foot with, they get small cat too, they forgo to and for go beg for medicine. This is what they want in Sierra Leone. And that is why they don't want people like myself, where we get a mindset for uplift the people and bring them out of that mediocrity. They don't want people like we, where they also will uplift the minds of the citizens of that nation. Empower the people so that the days where politicians they come and can give them one bag grace and give them peg a pack will be over. They don't want that. I make Deleka today, 65 years on into independence, we still complain the same things over the complaint today. Today, water, light, good roads, healthcare, educational system. We are still complaining. Go to the complaint today for the police there. Say they take bribe. That's it. Because I didn't take out a day for it. 30 days the same complaint. Nothing has changed in 65 years. People like Ernest Koroma, they might not be happy for people like Dr. Samara Kumara who come and change that narrative day. Because the guy they talker. Dr. Samara Kumara becomes the president of that nation. Man, we're getting to work. We are going to work. When I look at accidents who happen in this day, with 15 over 15 people almost, they don't die. Asabi, one of the lady, we died there. Small picking, 25 years old. Asabi. I left her a salon small one. But then today, she's very promising. In a university, in work for NGO, she has a future. Now, what's going to kill her? Road accident. We don't get emergency response vehicle. How you get one on highway? Accident happened at Port Loko. The pastor gets motorcar for come from Freetown for go rescue them. 2-3 hours later, they all don't die. With some of them people need to survive the accident. If only We get emergency vehicles where they respond within 5-10 minutes. They don't respond. We could save lives. So those are the areas. Me, an administrator for healthcare system in America. I know what it is. I know what it means for provide adequate and healthcare to people. That's what I do every day, all day, to protect people and rights, the healthcare. Make sure that their needs are met. We give them quality healthcare. I'm a senior administrator within the United States of America. So when I talk from a place of passion. I talk from a place of experience. I talk from a place of love because I care about my people. Because I live the life in America now. I'm not just saying things because I want to say them. It's practical for me. We don't go dinner Sierra Leone, we highway them. We don't go past 10 miles, we don't get an emergency center. We go for response to emergencies along the highway, accidents and stuff like that. We're going to secure the funding that we need for make sure so we implement all landing. Every 5 to 10 mile radius, we forget an urgent care center. Every 20 miles, we forget a big hospital in that country. That is how we plan Sierra Leone. We have the vision. We have what it takes. Sierra Leone is easy. If I'm involved in the American, healthcare system, now Sierra Leone with a small 8 million people population, I don't go with it. 8 million people population, I don't for take care of. The healthcare system in Sierra Leone will go revamp them. And Ernest Koroma don't see all anything. I know say we're capable for doing. I continue with the past Sharia law. Anybody who thief and they cut your hand. Until we do anything. I'm a very let God help we load at the reins of power and I continue one day. When I go understand what it mean, not to talk na action. And when we go to the people who go ask, only the people who already ask. If possible, catch up by corruption, thief, what's it for doing? This time what they propose to for cut their hand. If then thief will catch you, they cut your hand. I will cut you, and that message it reverberates across the world. They not say Sierra Leone they condone corruption again. When I see what people in life they improve, when I go see we get electricity, we get clean drinking water, we get healthcare, hospitals then go there, good road go there, picking no go get angry, mama, papa, we get social services system in place. If possible unemployed, we go for get unemployment check. When I go see the money all they go inside the confers. Nobody got a thief here. Those are the things we Dr. Samarak don't get the vision of for implementing that country for make sure see corruption done. They don't want time. That is why they get them idiots and stupid fools there where they say they don't win election, but then they move on to the next elections. They don't want their victory because Samarak pick up the phone call of Marabio. So they don't want their election victory again. Then they move on to the next elections. Then people are need for see psychiatrists. You're not telling me say no Chris. And the live I get for do April 8th, get for mention along the line of psychiatry. The person where we invest a lot of money in. I dupe with money. I'll get for share that story with